Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Um, yeah, but I'm here today to talk about the new Octopus tariff. I think also to give a bit of a background as well. I started this channel to kind of explore the world of renewables, and I started off obviously with the Blue Eddy and various battery systems and various forms. I was really intrigued by the fact that an individual could, or a household could, generate their own electricity, and this whole revolution of electric everything and renewable energy and electric cars. So it's made me very excited, and as I get older, the more I want to be like sustainable. And the other part to also consider here is the fact that the cost of living is actually also going up, and anything you could do to reduce that overall kind of helps the bottom line. So I started this journey, like I tried to start this journey to go all like have solar panels on the house, buy an electric car, blah blah blah, to kind of like reduce the cost and also like experience the whole journey. I'll be honest, it hasn't been smooth. My solar panel installation kind of like flopped because the installers installed the solar panels facing the wrong direction. So most of the videos I had around the whole solar panel, Blue Eddy and various other stuff kind of like blew up, and I kind of lost like motivation. But I'm here now. So the good news is the electric car did go through. It took a while, but that went through. And so it's one of the journeys about kind of like going green. I had this naive idea of actually using the Blue Eddy to charge the car and get energy from the sun with the inbuilt MPPT charge controller. But when I looked at the overall usage of the car and how small the Blue Eddy was compared to the whole stuff, then it made me realize, that I was way off. I was way off in terms of my calculations and how much a UK sun you get, and even if it was like blazing hot, like in tropical countries, I don't even think it would still work. But I have run some experiments, and during like the summer, I could it saved me a bit. But ultimately I knew I had to connect to the grid, which brings me to this video. So which brings me to my journey. So I started off trying to figure out, how do I reduce the cost of charging? When I moved into this house, my tariff was, so if I bring in the Tesla app, so this is like my monthly usage or something, but this is on my new tariff. But if we just throw it into perspective, so like every day I would use like, I don't know, on average, we say some days are high. What's this? Thursday, Wednesday, 2020. So let's just say 15 kilowatts. So before I got the Octopus, this new tariff, I was on Eon, and Eon was charging me 53.33p per kilowatt. So going into the Tesla app, I could see like I was using like the last 30 days, so 346. So the car is, in the past 30 days, 346 times 0.53 another one. So currently it costs me £180 a month to keep the car running, which is not far from what it's saying in the app. But now that I've changed to Octopus, the same amount when I charge off peak. If I can charge off peak, that means it will come down to the same price, 346 times basically 10p, 0.10, so £34. So that's staggering. That's that 34p a month to run an electric car, like daily driving. So you could see already, like it's a no-brainer. Like to either go Eon or go Octopus is a no-brainer. And it's weird because I did call up Eon to kind of ask them if they have some EV tariff, but apparently they don't have any in my area, and they said they've stopped as well. So one of the things I've always wondered is why they stopped, and I did notice that even before we went onto a new tariff, my wife and I were trying to be savvy, saying we wouldn't use the dishwasher or we wouldn't use the washing machine till the off-peak tariff where we could charge the car. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video, because I think our concept of how off-peak works was totally flawed by the way Octopus delivers the system. So I'll go ahead and pull up the Octopus website and show you about it. So this is the name of the tariff is called the Intelligent Octopus, which we opted into. And let me tell you, it wasn't as straightforward. Doing it from the website is not possible. You literally have to call them up and request for it. At the moment, if you went to the website, it would tell you you're at the best price that you could have. So if you're switching or something like that, to tell you there's no benefit switching, which is not totally correct. And it looks like there's some kind of like you need to have an electric car for this to work. Hence, obviously it's the EV tariff. And on this website, which I'll put the link in the description, you can check your postcode to see if it's there. So basically the way it works is when you do eventually switch to the new tariff, at least the way it worked for me was after switching, after I switched, before I could switch, okay, obviously I applied for switching, and then and I had to, my current provider, which was Eon, had to agree to let me switch. So the switching halted because I was owing a bit of money on my current bill, which was like coincidental because it came when the billing cycle started, so it was like a bit weird. But I paid that off, and the process kicked off again, and they were trying to switch me, and then we got a call from Eon saying that they would give £40 if we stayed with them. But if you remember the calculation I did before, 1 month I could make that £40 back, which is a bit weird. So again, it was like a no-brainer for us to say, okay, no, we needed to go. So once we finally said our goodbyes to our providers, previous providers, they let us go. And then we came into this Eon. I got the email like 2 days later, and they were like, oh yeah, so I need to have the car at the location, and I need to plug it in so that they could set up everything, which I found a bit weird because I thought you could just, it was just like from a set time, like 12 to 5, you could charge wherever you want. So this is the part like I really want to stress. So when you plug in the car, it will literally signal on their end and they pair with the car. So in a way, I think they kind of isolate the car's usage from the rest of the house, so they can single out your vehicle. And the way they do that is they talk to the chargers, which are quite smart. So they connect to the charger. I don't even know how they do it, but they connect to the charger. I think my charger asked me to grant request. I can't fully remember, but after that, they connected with the charger, and they told me all I have to do is anytime after 5 o'clock, plug the car in, and they will schedule a charge cycle, and you need to tell them on the app how much you want to charge to, so they can figure out a charge time for you. So by the time you need to use the car, it's ready to go. So I will go ahead and show you how everything kind of fits in. It's currently 12 midnight. I haven't put the car in because I've been trying to get this video out. So one of the things I wanted to do was hopefully be able to run the Octopus app on my phone and go in quickly and plug in the car and see if the notification will come through. Right, so I'll just make that bigger as well. So ideally, what will happen is a notification will come in. I'll probably speed up the video. So I quickly plug the car in because it's already 12 o'clock and I'm supposed to get my charge cycle. So this is the app. This is my usage. This is where it tells you about your charge, and this is where you set your charge limit. I set it to 85 and I want it ready by 6, and it will tell you everything. But at the moment, as the car is not charging, it can't really give me a schedule for my charging. So I'll go quickly and charge the car, and hopefully the notification should come through before I get back. If not, I'll speed the video up until the notification comes. So I'll probably show my current state of charge. I'm probably on 65 at the moment. So this is one of the things I've also noticed is when you first plug the car in, it looks like it starts charging, but they have the ability to stop the charging from there. And so I'll come back so they probably will stop the charging and then give me a schedule, or actually I could check what the schedule is. So when you go to your device, and hopefully. Right, so it took a while, but eventually it came. So the notification is here, and you can see I have my smart charging plan all set up, starting from 2 to 3, 3:30 to 5, and I believe they've done all the calculation necessary to kind of get me to my recommended state of charge. Obviously, if I plugged in earlier, they might have set me up better. I don't know why this is crashing. Let's try that again. Right, so you can see the smart charging here, and everything is explained. So this is the thing that got me, and I was like, wow. So they know my state of charge, and they know how long it will take for me to get to the recommended 85% limit that I set. Obviously, there's information here on how the charging works, but basically that's it. That's how it kind of does it. And the rate that they're charging for charging off peak is, I don't know if it's shown, but it's 10p. Right. So it's been a couple days, and I finally gotten my bill, and so I actually have hard numbers now to actually compare. If you remember at the start of this video, I kind of estimated £34 a month. I was a bit off. From my bill, I could see that they split the bill into two. So they have the off-peak tariff and the main usage of the house, and you can see that the off-peak tariff is around £37 a month, so at the rate of 9.52p, which is cheaper than the 10p that I thought, actually, which is quite good, because with that I'm saving roughly 150 to 180 pounds a month compared to a a regular petrol car that we had before, and also to consider the fact that the wear and tear for an electric car is quite low. There's a running joke with electric car owners that the only thing you kind of change after a while are like the windscreen wipers and the fluid and the windscreen fluid in the car, which is quite funny. Obviously, electric car tires kind of like wear out as well, so you have to deal with that. But I think in overall, it's such a highly efficient car to kind of have, which is good. Um, I think the other thing, I mean, from this experience, like I'm so excited the fact that I can run my my day-to-day travel for under £50 a month is amazing. I think with that, I'm looking to kind of go solar and drop down the main house cost. Um, so if I can get that additional 100 quid from the main house, so altogether I'll be saving around 250 to £300 a month. That will be spectacular, and with that, I could use that to do other stuff. So yeah, so the journey continues. Um, I know. I guess I will try and do more videos. I have loads of ideas to kind of bring out, and and I'm also looking to improve the format and everything, and the quality of the videos coming out. So hopefully it should get better as it goes along. And yeah, thank you for joining me through this, and I hope this is helpful for anyone that's trying to either go electric or trying to figure out what tariff to kind of pick. I would fully recommend Octopus. Obviously not sponsored. This is just like, yeah, the savings is real, and it just takes a little effort to kind of try and fight for these new tariffs out there. And hopefully in the future, these energy companies will improve as they go along. Well, till next time.